what we talk about. Now, there is one particular point you raised towards the end. I would like to talk to you alone.
Thank you, sir.
Because there is something I need to share with you. I request both sides, why don't you get together? Work out a modus operandi that, okay, we are in November. By December end, let us finish the joint verification. You need money for that? It will take you how much? Now that the printing, everything has been done. You will need 3-4 lakh rupees to meet the expenses, send the people, travel cost. Okay, I am willing to provide that. I will send the money to Secretary Political. She will not even have to sanction the money to or go to her finance department. Money will come directly and she will give you money. The expenditure of the whole committee will be taken care of by money provided by me through Secretary Political. But let's say 31st December is the date on which you give us a jointly verified figure. Number one. Since most of the work, groundwork has been done, it's only a matter of verification. So that's one. The second thing is, you said the matter of dignity. Well, nobody is any doubt that the people in this state are very proud people and they do have dignity. And no one is going to do anything which will have any impact on that dignity. But as fellow human beings, as you yourself pointed out, the dignity of the others also should be taken into account. I will request you to kindly consider that. Why don't you meet for 1 hour from 11:35 to 12:30, 12:35?
Just speak a few words before your proposal is accepted. Good morning to all of you, respected chairman of this committee and other members. Whatever we have been delivering now, this is only procedural aspect. Let us come straight to the point. On the last occasion, when we had met, and on your suggestions, we had a chance of interacting with each other, and the decision of the APSU was conveyed in this open hall. Our decision was, we agree with the concept of sharing the national burden, and therefore the concept issue of human rights of these refugees has also been taken into account, and therefore we decided that the situations from 1964 to 69 should be revived, and it should be brought back to the 1964-69 situations and not beyond that. If we are talking about the total Chakma Hajong refugees as on today, I suppose we will not agree, absolutely not agree with this report also. We will stick to only 1964 to 69 situations, and the phase 13 recommendation is the ultimatum. That is what we were afraid of right from the beginning. of this movement. Now this is only an attempt to cover up with a human face. Tomorrow this will be the main reasons why we will suffer, and it is why we have been with open mind, we have been shouting before everybody that tomorrow the future of Arunachalis are bleak. Sir, it is not only to plead you, but see the situations yourself. We are tribal people. My learned friend has already said, you are the Joint Secretary, any MHA. You are more accurate than me, but the simple tribes of Dayung, there are in Dayung Jila Parishad segment, there are only around not more than 500 tribal voters, wherein there is more than 25,000 Chakmas. Now total Simpo tribes is not even 5,000. Total Thangsab population is not even 25,000. What will happen to these people if 54,000? I think amongst the tribals of Arunachal Pradesh, except for Apatani, Nishi, Adi, I don't think most of the tribes has more than 50,000 population in all. So therefore, we will agree only to the last decision 1964 to 69, and we are going to share the national burden accordingly, and we also respect the human rights. But while talking about the human rights of these refugees, one should not forget the possible violation of the human rights of these indigenous people. This issue has both sides of the coin. If you look the human rights from only one side, you are missing the possible violation of human rights of the tribal populations, which is on the other side of the coin. So therefore, I don't think there is even a requirement of sitting across the table if we go into this report and the intention of this other this thing, Government of India or Government of Arunachal Pradesh. If this is the intention, I don't think we will be able to participate in this even cross-section interactions. Thank you.
You see, that is why we said you need to have a joint verification, so that you ensure 64 to 69. You ensure on the basis of documents that yes, this is the group which belongs to 64 to 69 lot which came to Arunachal. That's the thing.
One also that I really now I'm happy that we have decided that vote. Now that also depends on subject to providing the documents. If somebody just claim with a photostat copy of something.
No, document must be there.
Yes.
Must be there.
Then we are ready.
Without document, how do you prove who are you? Tomorrow somebody from Myanmar can come and say that he is also. So we don't agree to all that. We check the document and then we say yes, fine.
Actually, this 2,700 in our joint in the first meeting, what we have said is our basis should be as aware of 1964 to 69. Now, where this family has told that there is no record of it. So we need, so therefore, sir, we need to see their green cards. Their cards we need to see them. And then also we have to verify, because these are not included. So therefore, that's why I said there should be a proper approach and methodology. Because simply you come out with a document and that cannot be basis of deciding any fact.
I saw the document. I myself had various questions in my mind. But I didn't argue with them. I saw the document after they had handed it over and left. I clearly recall in the last meeting you had agreed that 64 to 69 lot you have no problem. If there is anybody beyond that, that is not acceptable. I stand totally by you. 64 to 69, please get it verified. And when do you start the work?
sorry interruption. हम लोगों की तरफ से इतना है कि स्टेट हम लोग का क्लियर है कि ग्रीन कार्ड जो इशू किया था 1964-69 तो ग्रीन कार्ड जो इशू किया था होलोंगी में मैंने गया डाउन होटल से हम लोग ने फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशंस किया है हम लोग का डिमांड इतना है कि ग्रीन कार्ड जिसका पास उसको वेरीफाई करना चाहिए जॉइंट कमेटी वेरिफिकेशन करना चाहिए वो नहीं करके वन साइडेड जो रिपोर्ट दिया उसको सर माना नहीं
तो वो लास्ट टाइम आप लोग पार्टिसिपेट कर लेते
नहीं वो योर चेयरमैन हम लोग सही ढंग से आपको लीड करना चाहिए गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया आपको इसलिए अपॉइंट किया कि हम लोग को लीड करना है गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया आप इसलिए अपॉइंट नहीं किया कि आप हमको लीड मत करो नहीं करो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इसलिए लीड करो बोल के आपको अपॉइंट किया है चेयरमैन इसलिए दिया है कि आपसू और चकमा का इशू बहुत लंबा इशू है उसको खत्म करो बोल के आपको गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया आपको बर्डन दिया सर वो बर्डन को आप सही ढंग से इम्प्लीमेंट करना है आपको IAS IPS लोग सिर्फ दिल्ली में लेके हम लोग को ट्रैवल अपने को ट्रैवल ढंग से नहीं देखते सही चीज को सर देखना है हमको प्रोटेक्ट करना चाहिए हमको देखना चाहिए सर क्योंकि बेंगल रेगुलेशन इस एक्ट है चीन एक्ट है ऑलरेडी हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हम लोग को दिया गया है जवाहर के अनुसार में तो सर उसको देखते हुए आप सही चीज को करना है और चकमा को भी चकमा भाई को हम नहीं बोल रहे हम मारेगा पीटेगा नहीं बोल रहा चकमा भाई ने जितने क्राइम्स किया है आप रिपोर्ट को ले लीजिए टू द डिप्टी कमिश्नर टू द एसपी टू द DIG अब ले लीजिए
नहीं मेरे पास रोज रिपोर्ट आता है
तो
हमको लेने का
वो
जरूरत
लेना चाहिए था अदरवाइज क्योंकि हम लोग चकमा को हम लोग टोटली सिटीजनशिप को हम लोग ग्रहण मत करो नहीं बोल रहे ग्रहण करिए लेकिन हम लोग बोल रहे हैं कि 1964 और 69 स्ट्रिक्ट और जो हम लोग गवर्नमेंट सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया जो हम लोग को जो ईयरमार्क जो दिया है जो इन वेरिफिकेशन जाना चाहिए अब उसको हम लोग सही ढंग से लीड करना चाहिए लीड नहीं करके सिर्फ आएगा मीटिंग करके चला जाएगा अच्छा नेचर नहीं हम लोग ठीक से उसको करना चाहिए क्योंकि हम लोग एक अरुणाचल से ऐसा एक स्टेट है
मेरे लिए पर्सनली आपके साथ जगह जगह जाना पॉसिबल नहीं है ना
सर आप लगा देना चाहिए आपका बिहार में किसी को देना चाहिए सर
9-10 स्टेट देना पड़ता है
देना चाहिए
तो लास्ट टाइम भी आपसे रिक्वेस्ट किया था कि आप ज्वाइन कर लो एनीवे अभी भी टाइम है आप नवंबर और दिसंबर 2 महीना टाइम ले लो ज्वाइन कर लो डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का स्टाफ आ जाएगा आपके साथ
सर और एक है कि हम लोग अरुणाचल प्रदेश में एक हम लोग को रिफ्यूजी कैंप दिया गया था लास्ट टाइम मीटिंग में ये रखा गया कि आप रिफ्यूजी कैंप में वापस आए कि नहीं आए आपको ब्लॉक दिया गया ब्लॉक नंबर 1 से ब्लॉक नंबर 100 तक जो दिया है इवन होलोंगी बोलो कोडोंसा बोलो दावड़ी बोलो नियो बोलो ब्लॉक जो दिया गया वो ब्लॉक में रीबैक आ गया कि नहीं पर्टिकुलर 1964 और 69 में कितने लोग को ब्लॉक इशू किया था अगर वो लोग अगर ब्लॉक में वापस आया तो हम लोग बात करना चाहिए अगर ब्लॉक में वापस नहीं आया तो हम क्या बात करेंगे सर ये हम लोग का ओपिनियन है
जहाँ भी ब्लॉक है वहाँ पे वापिस आ जाए
वापस आ
Actually, we need to also what we want. We want there should be given a citizenship. I think there is a provision in Constitution of Constitution of India. We don't have any objection regarding granting of citizen right to this Chakma Hajong. Only our appeal to the government of India is these Chakmas, these Hajongs cannot be dumped in our area. And our state should not be kept like a dumping area for this people. Of course, the 1964 to 1969, those Chakmas who were given shelters, were given temporary residence in Arunachal. Their areas, such locations, has been already identified by the government of Arunachal Pradesh and with the direction from the central government. So our question is that if they are not in that same area, same block, where they were in, the place during those days, from the 1964 to 1969, if those people are not staying in their own, confined area, designated area, other than our the areas of Arunachal, like forest areas like that. Today, many Chakmas have already encroached the land of our Arunachal, the state of Arunachal. They are not staying in the proper place where they have been located, where they have been allotted. So our question is that if really government of Arunachal wants to grant a citizenship right to those Chakmas, those refugees, especially from the people who came in the year 1964 to 69. To those peoples, first and foremost, the government of India, along with the government of Arunachal, along with APSU, with the joint sitting, with the joint the survey, we should locate those people should be properly, stay back. There should be the confined to that located area, that allotted area. Otherwise, we cannot simply, allow them as per the report submitted by our Chakma people. Like we cannot allow this 50,000 Chakmas now. We cannot allow simply the survey that has been done by those people. See, sir, as per the last, as per the outcomes of the last, the meeting at this very hall, sir, as per the last meeting, you were giving a proposal for the joint survey to the affected areas of Chakmas and Hajong. But very unfortunately, we the APSUs who are sparing headed this moment regarding Chakmas and Hajong's refugees in Arunachal, we are not invited, we are not well, we are not given information. Yes, we have to do the survey in that area. This survey is, I think this is completely, it has been prepared by the Chakmas. How can we agree? And if there is, again, if there is any data preparation made by our government of Arunachal also, we are not aware of. We are not, absolutely not informed. So we cannot accept. So if we proceed, if we want to proceed.
The government of Arunachal survey was distributed in the last meeting.
Yeah, that's why we cannot agree with that also. Physical verification from your side, the government of India, and from our side, from the Chakma side, the government of Arunachal, we should be there. This is our demand. Until and unless you do this, we cannot proceed our meeting. Thank you, madam. Very much.
See, as far as India is concerned, bringing people to their original allotted blocks, I don't know how practical it is. The ground reality you people know. Now, as per the originally allotted blocks, can we identify the families? And today, wherever they are, can we verify them? That will be much easier. Instead of asking them to relocate lock, stock and barrel, even if the land has gone down under the river, and be at that point in the river so that we can verify that. That's not a practical thing to do. A better thing to do will be that as per the records, we check and we find them wherever they are and verify. Now I am offering to you. You see, we have a process of census. Census actually does head count of everybody present on that day in this country. So census per se only gives you the figure of people present on the soil of India at a given point of time on a given date. Even the aircraft pilots on the airport, if they are there, they are also counted. The ships which are docking at our ports, their crew are also counted. That is why we decided in the last meeting that you have to have your own survey. Rough figures I can take out of the census report, by taking district-wise population of Arunachal. That will take a bit of time. But that will again give me a figure of 53,000 or 54,000. It will not distinguish between 64, 69 people and if anybody has joined them subsequently. I am offering to you that please do a joint verification, finish it by 31st December. Money required, yes, I will provide money. Our national government will be represented by the district administration.
Your proposal, we also agree. We have been saying that right in the first meeting itself, we have said that from 64 to 69, and we are reiterating, and you have also agreed. So we will do that. Kindly ensure that the government of Arunachal Pradesh take the initiative of making the joint verification. But the only one thing is that please make it also clear to us, because we are having a lot of apprehensions, and also make clear that other than these people, Government of India will take them out from Arunachal Pradesh.
Other than those people, we will not put any pressure on them.
Sir?
Other than 64 to 69, you are not glad.
Okay. That whatever the deliberations that has taken place, at least our apprehension, expression, and our chairman's comment also, it should be recorded and it should come out in white and black in our minutes of the meeting.
Yeah, that is are being recorded as we speak.
Yes.
They are being recorded.
Sir, for your time, records, I want to read out this. Our discussions, debate, counts around 64 to 69. So therefore, during the year 1964-69, a total of 2,748 families of Chakmas and Hajong refugees, consisting of 14,888 persons, approximately went to Diren, Nepal. At present, Chakma and Hajong refugees reside in Chokam in Lohi district, Meo, Gordomsa and Dayun in Changlang district, and Balijan in Papumpari district. So now, these refugees were temporarily settled in 10,799 acres of the land in this district. The district-wise population of these refugees during the period 1964-69 as follows. Lohi district, 214 Chakma families consisting of 1,192 persons. Now Subansiri, sir, now this Papumpari district is 238 Chakma families consisting of 1,133 persons. Hira district, sir, now in Changlang district, Chakmas 2,146 families consisting of 11,813 persons. Hajongs 150 families consisting of 750 families. So total, sir, it is 2,748 families consisting of 14,888 persons, sir. So what we are saying is, sir, let us work out an approach and methodology clear for 64 to 69. So because these people, we have to identify their siblings based on the cards issued by Government of India and the Government of Arunachal Pradesh. So in the meanwhile, just to make our reports, the Government of Arunachal Pradesh and the Citizenship Right Committee for Chakma and Hajong refugees carried out their surveys in this year, 2012. So that's why we have to issue a notification that all the people who came by that time, they must go back to their respective